discount grocery chain Netto Denmark, owned by the Salling Group, is to roll out smart digital labels from Vusion Group to all of its stores. According to Retail Technology out of the UK, the Salling Group will deploy SES Imagotag's smart digital labels and the Vusion Cloud platform across its 550 Netto locations from Q3 2024 through Q2 2025. In addition to enhancing the customer experience with clearer product information, the Vusion Cloud will also enable Netto to remotely manage and update shelf labels, improving price accuracy and efficient promotion execution across all stores in a secure environment. Ben, we're going to you first on this one. Netto Denmark has joined the growing list of retailers rolling out electronic shelf labels chain-wide. Are you a supporter or a detractor of the ESL movement?
I think a couple of things I'd say. Firstly, Salling Group. So used to be Dansk Supermarkets. They're a big deal. They are the biggest retailer in Denmark, biggest grocery retailer. As well as their Netto chain, they've got full service supermarkets. They've got full service hypermarkets. They run the Starbucks franchise in Denmark. So, Anne, I know you were in Copenhagen just a couple of weeks ago. So, if you had a Starbucks, you would have been in a Salling store. What I think is really interesting is the Netto chain. So the Netto is the biggest chain, but it's a classic European discount format.
Yeah.
So it is. Look, these are 10,000 square foot stores, limited range, 3,500 SKUs, focus on private brands, low prices, traditionally quite basic shopping environment. It's an environment that's all about price and efficiency. And that's the place that this is being taken to. And I think that's really interesting because when you look at some of the retailers who are rolling out ESLs, Walmart in the States, Leclerc in France, now Netto, Lidl, these are stores with really strong price propositions.
It's interesting.
I think there is a customer communication proposition for your confidence in the low prices. So I think that's one. The second pillar is all those retailers are exactly the same. They're all about efficiency and operations. So they wouldn't be investing if they weren't seeing a benefit to the operations of the store, whether that's in inventory management, whether it's the full Vusion equipment for shelf monitoring. So I think that is a strong message. And then you've got the third bit, which is the retail media branding marketing opportunity that comes with these latest iteration of the digital shelf edge labels. So I think it sits within that umbrella of new tech business cases are really hard to make, but if you've got one that ticks great, does something for the customer and the value proposition, does something for in-store efficiency and gives us an adjacent revenue stream all in one, then you can kind of see why there's momentum behind DSLs at the moment. And I think, look, Salling Group might feel half the world away, but Walmart, their announcement in June of putting ESLs into 2,300 stores. I think little by little we're going to expect more of these announcements because there is a real momentum and it particularly feels to be a niche right now around really efficient price focused retailers. And then for other retailers there's a learning in that one. So I'm expecting to see more of this. You're pro
ESLs then.
At the moment, yeah.
At the moment.
You're on the train. You're on the boat.
The train. Yes. I mean, I think, Ben, the one thing that I would add too that you didn't mention in your recap is the sustainability component. I mean, that was the thing that I was blown away by in Copenhagen, especially, was like everything is about making sure that we're eliminating food waste, that we're making sure that we're pricing things correctly and pricing them to sell if they're close to expiration. So I think in addition to the price competitiveness that they can offer then, especially in some of these places, like when I was in Copenhagen, there was a Føtex store, like the Walmart kind of equivalent in Denmark, right next to a Lidl. Like they shared an entrance, and it was crazy to me. And one had electronic shelf labels, one did not. But I think especially in that case, like you got to make sure that if I'm going to go to the left or to the right into one of those stores, that I'm going to be getting the best price possible and that I can react and respond to that in real time. So I think this is just another example of what we have yet to come here in the US. But Chris, I'm going to give you the last word here on ESLs.
Boy, that's a really curious case study. I wonder if you could get Placer AI to look at the data of who goes into those stores after they put like the electronic shelf labels in side by side to see what's happening. I got to tell you, like I mean, everyone knows where I stand on this technology. If you've listened to the show for a long time, I've been a big fan of it, big proponent of it for a long time, going back almost 10 years now. But I think, Ben, you said something really interesting to me, which is like, I never thought about the through line of the low price, discount retailers being the ones that are leading the charge on this right now. And that is true. And the reasons you cited are you want to be right price and you want to have great operations because the premium for you is higher to get those operations well. But the other thing about that makes me jump on board even more is both those things are just basic retailing. You got to be right price and you got to have great operations. So this is a technology that enables you to do that. And the operational offshoots of everything you can do with these continues to grow by the number. So I don't know. I'm excited too. I mean, I'll do my grocery shop plug here too. I'm excited. I'm going to be sitting down with the executives from Save Mart, Giant Eagle, and Schnucks at Grocery Shop on the last day of the show. And I know electronic shelf labels are something that those retailers have all looked at. So I can't wait to talk to them about how they've done that, how they got this past their executive team and their board to sign on and do the implementation. So lots more to come on this topic for sure.